Hey you guys, I'm back again. This is our archetype series, and we're talking basic first about the survival archetypes, which are the first four energy patterns that we're born with. It's how we run. It's kind of how we run everything. If you understand only your four survival archetypes, you are like so far ahead of the curve in terms of how you operate and how you figure out where you're losing your power. And it's such an amazing way for you to understand how you operate. So we talked about the child. That's the energy that you are just born with as a child energy. It's who you are at your core. It's your essence. And I don't care what age you are. You could be 103. You're still going to have a child energy. Immediately right next to it, when the child is born, almost immediately the saboteur is born, which is our power center, but also how we lose our power because as children we feel powerless. The next one that is born is the I don't remember which one is born first, the prostitute or the victim. I can never remember. But we'll talk about the victim first. So the victim, again, all of these survival archetypes, the four survival archetypes are born because the child experiences trauma, and it's all in service of keeping that child safe so that you never have to feel that pain and trauma again. So the victim energy, and we all have victim energy. I don't care who you are and what you do. We all have victim energy. These are survival. These are hardwired in us. Victim energy is basically never ever taking responsibility for anything. So the victim archetype has that sense of they did this to me. That's the feeling of the victim energy, the victim archetype. And I'm not talking that we didn't have trauma. What I'm saying is when we are defined by they did this to me, this should never have happened. Now we are giving our power away and not allowing ourselves to come into who we are meant to be. Everything that has ever happened, however painful, however challenging, however, is an opportunity for us to grow. It's an opportunity for us to become who we're meant to be. If it shouldn't have happened, it wouldn't have happened. And so the victim energy, when you go from victim, the shadow, the light side is victorious. So you go from victim to victorious because you have survived 100% of your worst days ever to this point. Unless you're reading it in the afterlife, and good on you. I would love to have that kind of reach. But so you've survived 100% of your worst days ever, which means you're here for a reason. So the victim energy to victorious energy means you have overcome that thing. It didn't break you. And nothing that's ever happened was meant to break you. It was meant to show you how you are strong and fierce and amazing. And yes, it's painful. And yes, we heal it. We deal with the wounding. Right? And there's a before and an after sometimes. And when we're talking about some like major trauma, it made you who you are, and it can maybe change the whole trajectory of your life. That's all true. But if it was not supposed to happen, it wouldn't have happened. And if you weren't meant to survive it, you would not have survived it. So the victim energy is really, that should never have happened. They did this to me. Look at how wounded and broken I am. It's disempowered victim. Victorious is, this thing happened and look how amazing I am because I survived it. Look how amazing I am because I overcame it. This no longer has a charge for me. My power is no longer tied up in it because I overcame this thing. So that, it's like that's all you got? Bring it on, sister. Because the victim to victorious, you get to take your power back. That's the victim archetype. The victim archetype was only ever to show you where your power is like this, it's similar. So it's a similar energy to the saboteur, but the saboteur is a protector. The saboteur is like, nope, you will not get. It's like the bouncer, right? It's your energetic bounce. Your saboteur is your energetic bouncer, and your victim is much more of like, they did this. Look at, it's terrible. It's awful. I'm this small person. So when your saboteur is in the light side, it's a power center. It's like, nope, I'm fucking awesome. And when your victim is in the victorious, it's like, look how amazing I am because I overcame this thing. It's beautiful. The victim to the victorious energy is like, it's like that sense of like claiming your power. We all know victims. I think we all have been victims at times in our lives. And we all know people who've overcome it. And those inspirational stories, those are the things that inspire us. Those are the things that keep us going. What kind of victim energy do you still hold? And how would you like to tell a different story around it?